If I'm not quite mistaken, I think this is the 6th time in a row that I'm preaching on the 6th chapter of St. John, because that's just how the lectionary works. I will put it down after today. I am glad, and so is St. John. You know, I mean, I'm not sure about you, but it's just kind of, we take apart piece by piece an argument that Jesus has with just about everyone that he has met in the northern part of Israel, where the gospel of Moses is made, the law of Moses is held in just complete reverence, and where things like Joshua still matter. Down in the southern part of Israel, they got a temple, and different things are afoot. They can go there anytime they want. If you're from the north, you can't, but here you are. But so now here we are. We're standing with Jesus, and he has basically told them that there's two types of sustenance: that which lasts forever, and that which is temporary, and that he is that which lasts forever. And gee whiz, what are you looking for? The things of earth or the things of heaven? Unbeknownst to the people who are standing at the River Jordan with Joshua, this manna, this stuff they've been living off, this stuff that they've been eating, is about to quit falling. Right? Matter of fact, they had to learn a lot about manna. They had to learn that, first of all, you couldn't hold on to it. You know what happens when you try to keep it overnight? Read chapter 16 of Exodus, and you find out somebody, of course, tries to keep some manna overnight, and in the morning their tent stinks, and it has flies all over it. It's not a pretty sight, apparently. Manna falls every day, and they eat, and they are satisfied. And you know the answer to this before I even say the question. Yes, they complain. Exodus stories are stories of the stories of God guiding those gathered to his holy name and leading them towards promise, towards life, and towards a certain amount of independence and flourishing, and they complain the whole time. The book of Exodus is full of the complaints of the people of Israel. So is the book of Numbers, and as far as it is a summary of both of those books, so is the book of Deuteronomy, and so is the book of Leviticus to a certain extent, because it basically tells them to quit grumbling about everything. But that is sort of the story of a people in the process of being set free. They grumble. They grumble even about the simple food that God has just kind of rained in on them so that they might survive. Little do they know that when they arrive at the land of promise that they are standing at with Joshua and proudly saying, "We will serve the Lord." Little do they know that when they walk across the Jordan, they're now in the land of milk and honey, and the manna will go away. Only one piece will remain. It's in the ark. And we don't know where the ark is. Somebody says in Ethiopia. Somebody says South Africa. Some people say somewhere in the vaults of the United States government in Colorado. Is it in Warehouse 13, perhaps? This is a sci-fi series where all things magical and weird are. But, here you are. Things of this world is the lesson of John 16. The things of this world are not bad. Don't think that. Manna is a good thing, right? I mean, good grief. If you wander around Sinai and there is no time to grow anything and you ain't got nothing, manna is a good thing, right? I mean, to me, that's just, it's just sort of obvious. If you're hungry, really hungry, really, really hungry, and a jar of sauerkraut is the only thing that you have. Sauerkraut is good. How many of you like sauerkraut? How many of you loathe sauerkraut? You know? I mean, how many of you like Spam? How many of you hate Spam? Yeah. If you're hungry, Spam is good. You see where I'm going here? You see where this is going, right? If you're a vegetarian and there aren't any vegetables and you're really, 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 really hungry, you know what? A grasshopper might just be a vegetable. You know? I mean, think about it.
There's life after death.
There's life after vegetables, you know? Besides, who says vegetables don't have feelings? Just look up Baxter Black, cowboy poet. You know, I mean, you can get an earful from him. But, you know, but the things of this earth should never be disparaged. They are the creation of a loving Father, and they are around for a reason. They are around for the reason to maintain the life that you have for now. They are good. They're meant so that in this life you can have joy. You can eat your fill now and again, and that you can productively work in this creation. But all those things are not eternal. I mean, in fact, none of them are. They're all here, as St. Ignatius would say, so that choosing the right ones of them, you and I might achieve the end to which God has made all of us. Mainly that we come to eventually realize that this Jesus is the eternal food, the food of heaven, that this Jesus and His teaching is that which is the eternal Word that avails, that we may come slowly but surely to realize that in this Jesus Christ and in this sacrament of baptism and the Holy Supper, there is our life and a life eternal. And that having come to that realization, we might praise God even in this life, in song, and for those of you who don't like song, in word and in prayer, in praises that are even beyond words and noises. But all these things are not beneficial to you. Some of them are, some of them aren't. Wisdom eventually knows the difference. And so here we stand with the 12, and it was a large crowd. And it's like that moment on the Jordan banks with Joshua. Will you serve eternity and cast your eyes towards eternity and that which Jesus teaches and that which Jesus gives? Or will you cast your lot in the wilderness and stay in the wilderness hoping that you'll find enough manna to make it through? It's all up to you, is the word over in Joshua's time, though I don't think anybody would kind of say, well, you know what, Joshua, I'll stay in the wilderness, you and the rest of Israel goes in. No, God serves and saves all of them and eases them across Jordan, parted by the arrival of the ark, and closed again afterwards, almost like the gates of heaven opened, because inside there's Jesus and nothing else. Inside there's God and His providence and nothing else. There is, according to St. John, heavenly graces that are eternal, and earthly graces, dear earthly graces. Some of them might even be miracles, but they don't belong to the realm of they will be there forever. They're signposts. Has any of you ever seen any of the wine out of the 5 stone jars at the wedding at Cana? Any of you know what it tastes like? And you know where to find some? Where are the 12 baskets of the bread collected after the feeding of the 5,000? Were they good graces that pointed people towards heaven? I mean, somewhere there was a party going on at a wedding, and suddenly they realized something miraculous had happened. Probably they didn't realize it until 3 days later. Saying, you know what, didn't we only buy 3 big vats of wine? Where did the other 5 come from? Did that have something to do with that Jesus fella? Where is he anyway? By that time, the vats were empty. But when they were full and the miracles last, hearts were enlightened, and perchance maybe they praised God. The bread, the fish, they were good. They pointed to heaven. And then the question is from Jesus to Peter in the end of the Gospel of John, all these things, do you love them more than Jesus? John 21:15. These things, do you love me more than these? What in the world will you not give up for the faith in the Lord? I have news for you. You will give them up. All of them. Because they're all earthly. The question is, in the end, what will your hands hold? Jesus or nothing? There's graces of heaven that await you, and they are eternal. It is our privilege, called by the Lord, to sup on them today and to meet them again in eternity. Praise be to God. Amen.